You're watching the morning show from your local news leader.
Well, school is almost back in session.
Can you believe it? Yeah. And kids often, of course, feel nervous about starting a new year. So Trevor Kendrick is joining us from the Rock Counseling Group. Good morning.
Good morning.
So we're talking about back to school jitters.
Yes. So many kids have apprehension or worries when it's, back to school time. They may worry. It's all different depending on age, but what if I miss the bus? Or what if there's no one to sit with at the lunch table?
Oh my gosh, that is such a hard struggle.
I know. What if I don't like my teacher? There are just so many worries that kids have at the back to school time.
Of course. And so there are actually 5 steps that you have to help kids deal with this.
Yes. So take care of the basics. Usually summertime we get kind of out of a structured routine. Get back into that. Make sure your child is getting plenty of rest, eating healthy meals. Our minds and body are really connected. So if we're taking care of our bodies, it can often help our mental health and help us cope with those worries that we're having.
And how early would you suggest to get in that routine again, kind of a more structured thing, because the summer can be so loosey-goosey?
Yes. I think about 2 weeks, 1.5 weeks ahead of time. Getting them back in, getting them, kind of at that time where we go to bed, 8:30, 9 o'clock, depending on the age.
Sure, of course.
And another step for parents to help with is providing empathy toward their kids.
Yes. So as adults, right, we tend to forget what some of those worries were. And we may even kind of think they're silly now. But for our child, it's very, very real. So we need to listen, provide empathy, and be sure we're not showing any judgment.
Right, of course. And what's funny is, like, as you get older, they do seem silly, but when you're little, they seem so serious. So how can parents correctly kind of speak with their children and make sure that they're being that attentive? I mean, how can they do that?
Absolutely. So you need to have sort of that active, open listening. You can do it either very casually. Some kids respond better if we're kind of just driving and, oh, hey, you thought about school lately? Some prefer a more sit-down, one-on-one, undivided attention.
And helping them solve those problems is very key.
Develop a coping plan. So once you're aware of what their worries are, help them start to really come up with some concrete solutions. If this happens, what will you do? Let's look at some ways you can handle that situation. That can really help relieve some of their anxiety and the what ifs, but also kind of that lifelong learning of coping.
And how can you do this in a positive way?
So you want to, after you've decided what the worries are, you've looked at a coping plan, go to the positive attributes. Every child has something they're looking forward to, even if it's what time they get out of school. But maybe ask a child, hey, what are 3 things you're most excited about? Focus on the fact that maybe there's an extracurricular activity or a school sport that they only do when school's in session. Kind of remind them that that's going to happen for them.
Absolutely.
Part of the team again.
That's right.
So another thing, and I know we've talked about this often because, of course, the kids look at you to your own behavior, and it's important to be mindful of that.
Yes. Be sure that you're keeping your behavior in check. So kids take their cues from us. So if they sense that we're nervous, that we're giving off an air that they won't be able to handle it, they're going to be more nervous. So definitely be confident, be excited. And when you're saying goodbye to your child, say it cheerfully and say it once. Don't be that parent that keeps running back into the classroom for that one more hug.
That's my mom.
Yes, but the child senses then that you're nervous, so they get more nervous.
Absolutely. And how can people reach out if they're a little just over anxious about school starting again? How can they reach out to you guys?
They can call us at 217-722-9079. And they can always look us up on the web, therockcounselinggroup.com.
And we know a lot of those parents are going to be like, bye.
Yes, there are those parents who are going to be like, get out of here.
Education is important. Very important.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Thank you so much for being
Trevor.
here.
Thank
Always
you.
a blast.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll be right back, guys.